Yeah. Anyway, all right. Next, Chloe Bailey took to her. I think she was on TikTok or Bigo, one of them. I think TikTok. And by the way, Chloe Bailey got some good skin. By the way, just side note, like when her, her titties went out, but like all the what they call this, the decolletage, the decolletage. What is this area called on a woman? It's a decolletage, right? Decolletage. It ain't decolletage. Anyway, she's always moisturized, shiny, like she looked like she smelled good. You know how Dr. Umar looked like he funky? She looked like she smelled good. Anyway, so she went on her live to talk about the industry and all the demonic this and soul selling that. So let's play what she had to say, and then we're gonna talk about it. Right.
I cried. Do you want to know why I cried? Yes or no? Or you're just like, Chloe, you cried because you're a crybaby. You're still me. So I think anyone who, it just reminds you so much of the industry, right? And it's like, you could have a gift like he did with his guitar. And like they said, when he's singing, he's honoring his ancestors and uplifting and all of that, but then it also attracts the not good. So it's like, in order for him to be successful, the vampires were telling him he has to sell out so that he could be, so he could live forever and his music could live forever. And it's exactly like things that I see and go through every day. And that's why I just like broke down crying, because it was showing like the people who decided not to go to the other side, they were in there fighting for their lives, they were in there going through it, while the ones who did give in, they were outside celebrating and having a good time and got things quicker and things like that. So the reason why Sinners resonated with me so much is because it's something that you see every day, and no matter how hard you work, no matter how good of a person that you are, no matter how talented you are, sometimes that's not enough to get you places that you need to be. And that's why Sinners, like, I was crying right after, because I feel like anyone in the industry could really resonate with it. And it also showed that what you have to give negativity permission to be inside. And as long as you don't invite it in, you'll be okay and safe. So that's why I really resonated with Sinners. And I thought it was so beautiful. I thought it was done so beautifully. And I'm just really proud of everyone who was a part of it. And I even cried when he was singing in the bar, and you see all the different, the history, all of the ancestors that came before us, that he wouldn't have been there to make music and play his guitar without the ones that came before him. So I feel like anyone who has a gift and has something that they truly, truly love, but feels like it's not coming to them in the time that they want it, because they're moving in the right ways where they don't like give in, it's harder. And then you have like so many things tempting around you.
Girl, spit it out. Spit it out. I hate that sad ass background music they always add into it. All right, let's talk about Chloe Bailey, and let's just talk about basically what she said. What she was trying to say without saying it is that in the industry, if you don't sell your body, if you don't sell out, if you don't drink the blood, if you don't sacrifice someone, if you don't switch your genitals, if you don't perform humiliation rituals, if you don't cross to the dark side, quote unquote, there's a ceiling that you hit and you can never really break onto the other side. From what I've been told by somebody who used to manage and work in the industry, that ceiling is about 10 million. You want them contracts that are 10 million plus, you gonna do XYZ, you gonna get a visit from somebody. There's many different ways that the dark side in the industry, quote unquote, gets you. You may get a knock at your door, and some people in some suits might be at your door, and they say, hey, we can make you a star. We can make you a star overnight, but you're going to give us one of your family members. And you can take it or not, right? You can do certain rituals. You can do certain this. Some people sell their soul, quote unquote, and it's not really selling their soul. What a lot of people do is just make agreements with different or dark spiritual entities to give them abilities, to push this through, push that through, etc., etc. They do all kinds of shit. Okay? She gotta watch her words, I get it, but I'm gonna call it what it is. Chloe is crying out because her career is not where she thought it would be. She's actually been putting out some good music. She's actually very talented, her and her sister, but she's just not making it where she's not where she knows she should and could be. And if she was really, really honest with you, she would tell you that she regrets signing to Beyonce because there was really no point in doing that. I feel like when Beyonce signed them girls low-key, she really just signed them to box in her competition. Because I just thought about it. Why would a singer sign to another singer that's still out here singing? Why would a rapper sign to another rapper that's still out here rapping? Why would you ever sign to your competition? They don't want you to win. They're trying to maintain and still be on top. Why would you sign to somebody that still want to be out there on the forefront? They ain't got no time to really cultivate you the way that you really need to be cultivated. They ain't got time to really develop you the way you need to be developed. And now we're in a situation where Hollywood is dead. It's crumbled. Everybody going to prison. They dying off. They getting RICOs. They leaving the country. So a lot of these young artists are just left to just figure this shit out. Then when we figured out that people in the industry get signed because the industry not only makes them sign something that says they own their music and own their name in perpetuity, which means forever. They put life insurance policies on them. So when they then get like that's how it works. Like let's say because they only get the dirtiest of the dirty and the lowest of the low. So you or whatever rapper from Chicago or Memphis or wherever, and they know you got issues. They sign you. You start making music. You start making money. Then they set you up to get, and then they still own your music and they still own your name, and then they also get a payout on your deletion. And then when we find out the reason why people really only get signed is because the record label needs tax write-offs. So they don't ever plan on making you a star, on blowing you up. They don't ever plan on that. They're not thinking about that. They're saying, you know what, Chloe and Halle, they say, you know what, damn, they are talented and I'm sure they are going places, but the business needs to write off some millions. So let's give them $1 million contract. Let's do it. That's what her and her sister signed back in the day. And by the time taxes get taken out of that, they take care of their family, buy whatever little place they gonna buy whatever, do whatever they gonna do. They right back broken, they right back working. Like it's just like it's wild. It's wild. Yes, the Scientology, they signed a $1 billion contract. Like you have to sign your soul to them for 1 billion years. And they believe that when you die, then you're going to be given a planet and you reunite on different planets and so it. Oh, send them to, send them receipts to me. So that's my thing. That's my thing. Just admit that y'all signed to Beyonce to still be broke. Just admit that you guys are girls. I'm talking about you and Halle now, who are you guys truly have talent. Like, okay, like if this was the 90s, Chloe and Halle would have been huge. The 2000s, they would have been huge. But for whatever reason, this industry does not want to promote good girls and clean, wholesome images. They want to promote promiscuity, yada yada yada, violence, etc. I'm sorry. Halle over there being a baby mama. Shout out to Halle. She doing her acting thing, but even that ain't got nothing to do with the industry. She just got off track. But even still, even Halle being with DDG didn't make no sense. But anyway, Chloe, girl, it's clear you've been lost in your career for many, many years. First, you gave us the good girl image, and then, y'all was wearing white and singing for the Lord, and then y'all talking about y'all heaven demons or demon angels, something like that. Y'all was summoned, y'all was did in all black, and then the dancing got crazy, and then the dancing got really crazy, and then before we know it, you getting your cheeks clapped by Damson Idris in the Amazon movie. And I said, damn, why is this girl getting her cheeks clapped in the Amazon movie? Booty cheeks all out. They could have put you and Damson up under the cover And let me tell you how disrespectful they was in giving you that role, Chloe. He wasn't even doing you missionary. He was doing you doggy style like a hoe. That man was not even making love to you in that scene. That was not a love scene. That was a scene. You got on camera. I guess that was your humiliation ritual. Oh, do you feel it? Yeah, Daddy. Yeah, I feel it. I kind of feel it, Daddy. What? You know? Then you all on Instagram during the pandemic, drop. And it's like, oh my God, like it was just a lot. But then I do like that song. Walking on it like I do. On it like I do. But it was just something about you that did not pull off the sexual act. It wasn't believable. And I think it's because you as a person are actually not that sexual yet. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like people that's really, really getting it in, they don't necessarily have to talk about it, but they just exude the sexuality because they're actually having sex and they're actually comfortable in their sexuality. Like, you know, like Chloe always gave, like, she ain't even had her first orgasm yet, for real. Like, you ain't even had a boy do it to you for real. You ain't even had no grown woman nut yet. I feel like Burna Boy knocked your bottom out. I seen the way you was holding his stomach, his belly, and rubbing on his belly in the club. Yeah, he had you gone. Maybe you have had your grown woman nut now. That's why you clear and you can talk. You had all that fluid flushed out, and now you can finally think. Yeah, Burna Boy knocked your bottom out for sure, and I know he ain't using no damn condom. Them Nigerians don't never want to use no rubber. I'm just saying. And you look the way you look, he wouldn't mind knocking your ass up. So I know he gave you raw meat. I forgot about Burna Boy. Burna Boy knocked that bottom out. Burna Boy knocked that bottom out for sure. Summer, we gonna get you up out of here. Oh, it won't let me do it from this side. That's okay. Okay, we'll get to that later. All right, now, yeah, Renisha said hardly any man do. So that's what it is. At the end of the day, I just feel like Chloe's at a point in her career where she don't know what she want to do. She don't know what direction to take. She just don't. And now everything's changed and everything's about being online. And so, I mean, pretty soon you just gonna see all these celebrities on TikTok, Bigo, OnlyFans, YouTube channels. They gonna basically all turn into bloggers. Just give it time. Give it time. All right, move right along from that.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.